Le français, c'est facile.
Bonjour, welcome to Celine's Easy French. I'm Celine. In this lesson, we're going to learn top 5 French pronunciation mistakes and how to avoid them. So let's get started. Allons-y! Many students find that pronunciation is the hardest part of learning French. In fact, new sounds, silent letters, and liaisons make French pronunciation very tricky. Let's first talk about the French R. So French R is pronounced at the back of your throat. Think of when you're gargling, like you put water in your mouth and do R. This is the sound that we're trying to get. Let's practice together. Let's say K sound several times. Pay attention to where the K sound is made. It's made at the back of your throat. And then push the air through. Let's try it together. K, 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 R. So French R takes practice. Listen to how it sounds and keep practicing until your R sounds perfect. Now let's talk about the silent letters. First, final consonants are usually silent in French. Let me give you some examples where the final consonants are silent. Les enfants, les enfants, the children. So final S is not pronounced here. Vieux, vieux, old. So final X is not pronounced. Beaucoup, beaucoup, a lot. Final P is not pronounced. Le concert, le concert, concert. Final T is not pronounced. But there are exceptions where final consonants are pronounced. This is the case for words ending in C, R, F, and L, which are generally pronounced. We call them the careful letters, so watch for C, R, F, L at the end of a word. Let me show you some examples. Letter C is pronounced in words like donc, donc. So, avec, avec, with le sac, bag. Letter R is pronounced in words like cher, cher, expensive, partir, partir, to leave, acteur, acteur, actor. But when we have an ER verb, we do not pronounce the final R, just like in chanter, chanter, to sing, donner, donner, to give. Letter F is pronounced in words like neuf, neuf, 9, soif, soif, thirst, sportif, sportif, athletic. Letter L is pronounced in words like avril, avril, April, culturel, culturel, cultural, festival, festival, festival. Besides C, R, F, L, there are also other exceptions when the final consonants are pronounced. Let me show you some examples. Fils, fils, son, final S is pronounced. Ouest, ouest, west, final T is pronounced. Autobus, autobus, bus, final S is pronounced. Jazz, 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 final Z is pronounced. Sud, sud, south, final D is pronounced. Besides final consonants that are generally silent in French, the final ENT of a third-person plural verb ending is also silent. Let me show you an example. Ils dorment. Ils dorment. They're sleeping. Here, ENT is a third-person plural verb ending. Therefore, it should not be pronounced. So please do not say ils dorment. It is ils dorment. Please remember that the ENT ending is otherwise pronounced, just like in vraiment, vraiment, really, vent, vent, wind, traitement, traitement, treatment. Also, H is silent in French, just like in homme, homme, man, hôtel, hôtel, hotel, hiver, hiver, winter. Last silent letter is the letter E. When the letter E is at the end of a word, it is generally not pronounced. Let me show you some examples. Biologie, biologie, biology. Autre, autre, other. Roue, roue, a wheel. However, the vowel E is pronounced only when it comes at the end of a monosyllabic word. For example, je, I, le, the. Now let's talk about the liaison. In French, when a word ending in a consonant is followed by a vowel or H, muet, a silent H, that consonant sound is transferred onto the next word. This is called the liaison. Let me show you some examples. Un homme, a man. We're linking the consonant N sound to H. Trop important, too important. We're linking the consonant P sound to the vowel I. Comment allez-vous? How are you? We're linking the consonant T sound to the vowel A. Please note that the pronunciation of certain letters changes when the liaison is made. So D sound becomes T sound. For example, quand est-ce que tu viens? Quand est-ce que tu viens? When are you coming? F sound becomes V sound. For example, 9 heures, 9 o'clock. S and X becomes Z sound. For example, des enfants, children, de vieux appartements, old apartments. However, there are few exceptions when we do not do the liaison between words. That is the case for names. For example, Robert a 12 ans. Robert a 12 ans. Robert is 12 years old. So no liaison is happening between Robert and the verb a because Robert is a name. Also, after singular nouns, we do not do the liaison. For example, mon chat est mignon. Mon chat est mignon. So there's no liaison between chat and the verb est because chat is a singular noun. Lastly, we do not do the liaison after est. For example, un garçon et une fille. Un garçon et une fille. So there is no liaison between et and une. Next is the nasal sounds. Nasal sounds are made when air flows out of both your nose and mouth when pronouncing a word. There are several nasal sounds in French which are a combination of a vowel and the consonant N or M. Let me show you some examples of nasal sounds. First nasal sound is on, found in letter combinations of on and om. For example, cochon, cochon, pig, maison, maison, house, nom, nom, name. Next nasal sound is en, found in letter combinations of an, am, en, and em. For example, France, 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 lampe, lampe, lamp, dent, dent, teeth. Last one is un. We find this sound in these letter combinations: AIN, AIM, IN, IM, EN, EIN, and YN, YM. For example, main, main, hand, faim, faim, hunger, vin, vin, wine, sympa, sympa, nice. The last most common pronunciation mistake is the letter U. The letter U in French is pronounced as U. U. French U has a similar sound as in you or du in English. Your tongue should have the same position as the English word see, and from there just round your lips. See, see, see. For example, tu, you, rue, rue, a street, lune, lune, moon. So now you know the most common pronunciation mistakes in French. If you like this lesson, please like my video and subscribe. Thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video. À bientôt!